Welcome to MLS Next Pro Match Week 24. We've got a Western Conference contest between Colorado Rapids 2 and Sporting Kansas City 2. Victory Field at Slope Soccer Village here in Kansas City is the site for tonight's matchup. Two squads towards the bottom of the Western Conference table are looking to secure 3 points. I'm Nick Abel. We've got a great matchup here tonight in MLS Next Pro. And two teams that really need 3 points. Sporting Kansas City, just 5 wins on the season. Colorado Rapids with 2. Look at Sporting Kansas City's 2 starting lineup. 2 big notable additions. Diego Borges and Justin Reynolds in that back line. They were loaned from the first team to the MLS Next Pro team. Tonight, first time for either of these teams in the SKC MLS Next Pro roster. Big opportunity for them to shore up a back line that struggled all season. As we look ahead to the Colorado starting 11, the first time all season that they've had 9 of the same starting 11 in back-to-back weeks. And you look at that top 3 of Sidney Wathuta, Josh Copeland, and Bryce Jamison to see who can generate goals in a season when goals have been tough to come by. Kickoff just coming up next for MLS Next Pro Match Week 24. Starting 11's on the pitch, awaiting Ryan Shanklin's whistle. And there it is. And the teams will kick it off. Colorado in white and Sporting Kansas City in blue. As we're off on Match Week 24 here in MLS Next Pro. These teams have met twice so far this season. It is the third and final matchup as Sporting Kansas City got the best of the Colorado Rapids in both of the first 2 times these teams met. On a nice diving play to knock the ball out. Colorado will retain possession. We already see the impact to the back line for Kansas City. It has been something of an issue for Lee Tashantrit's squad. They have given up the second most goals, in all of the MLS Next Pro. That's 53 on the season. A shocking number for this Sporting Kansas City side that is very young as they will take the throw in. A squad comprised of a lot of academy players who have made some mistakes. I talked to Shantrit this week, and he mentioned that the young guys who are making mistakes, a lot of teenagers, those will result in goals. They're just not used to this level quite yet, as we have a player down. Foul on Colorado. Free kick from the back as Kansas City looks to reset. Long ball pushed forward. Taken on the right wing. And deflected out for the first corner of the night. Two minutes into this match, had been much action, just these teams feeling each other out. And now we have a corner for Sporting Kansas City. Isael Rodriguez with the corner, deflected up in the box, trying to clear it away is Colorado. And it goes out of play for a goal kick. Brian Dowd in net tonight. He's been an addition to this Colorado squad. He got the night off last week as Adam Beaudry came down from the first team to make an appearance for the Rapids, who possess over the halfway line. Good through ball. Up to Jamison. It was offside. So that shuts down that attack. Muggy night in Kansas City. So muggy, in fact, there will be a water break at the 25-minute mark. Into the 4th minute here in Kansas City. Teams just trying to maintain possession at this point. A free kick for SKC2. Headed away by Colorado. Given up in the midfield, but too heavy a tackle. Colorado in their own side. James Cameron moving it forward. Luis Garcia loses possession. Nathan Chumba is called for the foul there. Chumba had such an unbelievable opportunity this past week. Got to train with Arsenal. That's right, he got to go over to England and London and train with the Arsenal players. Obviously, Colorado, Rapids, and Arsenal both a part of that Stan Kroenke-owned club. Says, here is Chumba. Moving into the box, right foot, cuts back, and kicked away before he can get a shot on. A couple nice touches by Nathan Chumba. But SKC defense holds strong. Will be interesting to see how that works with Diego Borges and Justin Reynolds, who have not obviously trained with the second team as much. Both have dealt with some injuries this season as first team players. Colorado down the right wing. Ball in too far for Chumba. Over the head of Hinnon and everyone out to the touchline. SKC throw here in the 6th minute of the match. And a foul on Colorado. Blaine maybe got wrapped up, the midfielder. His 18th appearance for SKC2. His 2nd year with this squad. Has now lapped his appearance number of last year. Was in 17 matches for them. Just trying to work out of the back. fight for it at the midfield, and a heavy foul, and we might see our first booking of the night. Indeed we do.
A yellow card caution has been issued to Colorado number 55, Grant Gilmore, in the 7th minute.
A free kick from just over, as we take a replay, take a look at this one. That's Gilmore, who just took down Shane Donovan in the midfield. 7th minute of play. No shots on net, not really any chances so far. Nathan Chumba had the best opportunity, but didn't get a shot away. These teams, as I mentioned in the opening, have struggled this entire MLS Next campaign, but have shown signs of life later in this season. Specifically on the Kansas City side, they had won their 2 prior matches before last week, and that was a hard-fought battle and a loss to the best team in the Western Conference, Austin FC, and that was a 1-0 defeat that came in the 89th minute. Lee Tchantrit told me that was a tough one to swallow because they were right there and felt like they had a chance to win that match against one of the premier clubs in MLS Next Pro, but just not enough offensive firepower, which has been a bit of a problem. Only 27 goals on the season. That's towards the bottom of the table, but obviously the number that is of more issue is the 53 goals allowed. As Colorado resets to Dowd, boots it away. Kept in play, but given up. Repossessed by Rapids 2, and then a foul on the counterattack.
A yellow card caution has been issued to
And another yellow card.
13, Justin Reynolds, in the 9th minute.
So Reynolds, who comes down from the first squad, gets on the book here for SKC2. Just as we eclipse the 9-minute mark in this match. Played forward too far for Mathuta, and Colorado wins the throw forward. Played out to Cameron. And now the Rapids working into the box, looking for Mathuta in the middle. Borges gets involved on the defensive end, and now Kansas City looks to attack themselves. Numbers forward. Shane Donovan just barely hanging onto the ball. A nice cutback to keep possession. Elects to work it back and reset with the defense. There's Trevor Burns getting his first start for SKC2, and he is fouled. And that might be another booking. Nope, just heavy contact there. Minutes of this match. Forced off the ball. Could be a costly turnover. And instead, tracked back as Justin Reynolds gets there in time, but it does allow Colorado to get a throw in the final third. James Cameron, the left back, comes all the way up to make the throw. Josh Copeland back out to Cameron, just trying to find an angle to put in a cross. Quick played into Copeland. He does set it in with the left foot, and it's headed out of the box. A vital interception there by Diego Borges, who stands at 6'4", and now Sporting Kansas City on the attack. Has runners forward. Shane Donovan, right foot deflected out of play. Excellent run from Donovan, but great backtracking by Colorado. And Vincent Rinaldi with the vital intervention there, puts his body on the line, gives Sporting Kansas City to their second corner of the night in the 13th minute. Now the match finally starting to pick up between these two sides. We've seen some dramatics. We saw a red card in the first matchup after Colorado had gone up 1-0, and then Sporting Kansas City 2 put on 3 goals right away as the corner kick is taken. Looking for the back post out to the 6-yard box. Deflected off, and we're going to get a stoppage of play even before the contact towards midfield. As a Rapids 2 players down inside his own box. He took a ball to the head or face area right here. Oof. That was Gilmore, who's on a yellow card already. So we're going to get a drop ball. And SKC2 will work from the back. Alex Cunningham, the academy player, is getting his 4th start tonight alongside those veteran players of the first team. A valuable opportunity for him to see some class as a foul. He's called on Chumba, just too aggressive after pressing high on Reynolds, who is on a yellow as well. Here's Cunningham. Played all the way back to Jacob Molinaro. Hasn't had any work yet so far in net. SKC2 center backs passing it back and forth as Reynolds receives one-touch passing here. Chumba takes it away. Copeland all the way to the left corner, and it will be out for a goal kick. Smart defending. Central Bank is the official checking account partner of Sporting Kansas City, and the official jersey front partner of SKC 2 in tonight's match. As the lights start to power up this field in the 17th minute, still looking for our first shot on target. Turned over by Copeland. Just one win in the last 5 for Colorado. That came back against North Texas. Although they did put on a strong showing in their last match against St. Louis City SC2. Lost that one in penalties. Great turn! Forward cutting, left foot shot, and a save is made by Dowd. Gets the left palm on it and knocks it out of play. But talk about the play from Shane Donovan right here. Woo-hoo! Controlling that ball with the right foot, getting it to the left, and putting it on target for the first shot on net. Impressive work moving full speed from the SKC2 forward. Playing in that right wing position today. Corner taken into the box, cleared out. Gilbert there to defend. SKC maintaining possession after not a full clearance. Pierre Leroux, the captain, wearing the armband tonight. Has the most minutes of any player on SKC2 this season. Tries the long ball to switch fields. Not far enough from Isa El Rodriguez, who we haven't talked about too much. He does have 6 goals on the season, including a goal against Colorado already this year. One player who you might have been surprised not to see in the starting 11, Gael Quintero, and said it was Trevor Burns getting his first start, as this ball was played too long and cleared out easily by Sporting. Colorado coming all the way back to Dowd. A little over 5 minutes before the water break, as the temperature ahead of kickoff was right around the high 80s. Ball in the box. Try on, nobody home. And smart defending, but it does no touch, so it'll go out for a goal kick. That's the veteran play when you can bring in 2 first-team defenders to shore up that back line. They've given fits to the front 3 of Colorado, who have had their struggles scoring goals this year. When I talked to head coach Eric Boucher this week, he mentioned that they just haven't had the teeth in the box, really in both boxes, but more specifically in the attacking 18, to get to the difficult areas to score those gritty goals, and then they haven't produced from the 9 position like they want to, and that has been just a part of their slow season up to this point. They do have a lot of young players with some potential, as this one's headed into the box towards goal. Wathuta can't get a clean head on it and is easily cleared away. And this is an opportunity and a tackle. We're going to see what this amounts to. It was a lot of contact, and it would have been the last defender back, which could, in theory, be a red card. That's why you hear the groans from the SKC2 crowd, and Lee Tashantrit obviously talking with the fourth official about why that's not a red card or a card at all. As we look at the replay, last man back, Vincent Rinaldi definitely got the jersey. I think the slide tackle was clean, but it was the contact before. And he is booked. But a yellow that maybe could have been a red actually is okay for Colorado. They have had their troubles with red cards this season. I already mentioned they had a red card in the first matchup between these two, which in the 20th minute, and then 3 unanswered by SKC2 was one of their 5 wins on the year. But they avoid the trouble of going down a man in the first half. See how that play affects the rest of these 70 minutes or so. You could debate whether that should have been a red or not. There was a jersey pull, to say the least. That probably was why the yellow was accumulated. Ball into the box. Reynolds with a good right foot, then cleared out. Now switches fields. Left wing, left-footed ball inside, deflected out of play for a corner. SKC2 has been on the front foot for a lot of this match. A couple counter opportunities for Colorado, but other than that, they have not been effective with the ball, which is unlike them. They're towards the top of MLS Next Pro in possession per match. Center of the box, headed away. Second header. Sporting throw. They elect to go back to the 2 center backs. SKC2 just probing around the box, haven't found that ball inside. For Rodriguez, Donovan, or Renaga. Now forcing a ball forward, Rinaldi gets a foot on it. But it's given up in their own end. Ball into the box. Donovan fakes inside. It's knocked out. Gilbert right there to keep it out of the dangerous area. Another chance inside the 6-yard box as we take a look at that one. Shane Donovan. Ooh, that was close. Gilmore just barely gets to that ball right in front of his own keeper. Another corner kick upcoming. Rodriguez to take. Low ball. Deflected up high and out of play. A goal kick. The row got the right foot on it, but just too high over the frame. And another opportunity for Sporting goes to waste. They have really settled into this match. Colorado looks uncomfortable, to say the least. But it's still 0-0 here at Victory Field in Swope Soccer Village here in Kansas City. Sporting has won their last 2 matches at home. Good signs of things to come maybe for Lee Tashantrit's squad. As we near the last month or so of the MLS Next Pro regular season, both these teams currently, as it stands, long out of the playoff picture as that ball is played far too hard. Just a weighted pass, overweighted pass. And we will get a goal kick. Blue Cross Blue Shield Kansas City is the official healthcare insurance partner of Sporting Kansas City. As the sun's starting to peek back out here before it sets at Victory Field. Still awaiting that water break as we get a foul. And now it comes. We'll take a quick break as the teams rest up. Maybe some tactical adjustments before the rest of the first half. And MLS Next Pro action.
Will now commence. The break will last up to 3 minutes.
It's been mostly Sporting Kansas City 2 in the opening 29 plus minutes, but no goals to show for it. Just one shot on net. That was Donovan's attempt. But so far it's been tough sledding for the Rapids. We've had a lot of tough sledding this season. But head coach Eric Boucher told me that he actually felt pretty good about their performances against Sporting Kansas City before the red card. Back on May 10th, and then March 15th, it was a 2-2 draw that was then went to penalties, and Sporting Kansas City 2 took that one. 3-0 in pens, so they added another point there. And that was the way they lost their last match. Back at home against St. Louis City SC, it was 0-0 until the penalty shootout. Adam Beaudry, as I mentioned earlier, the first team goalkeeper, came down, got a clean sheet, his 6th for Colorado Rapids 2. He's the leading clean sheet goalkeeper of all time for this program. Brian Dowd, who is in the net tonight, was recently acquired from FC Cincy 2 just in July, and Eric Boucher liked what he's been doing so far. He said he's got a nice presence about him, maybe not the ability with his feet that Beaudry has, but what he's done is kept us grounded, and it's kept the squad even-keeled now that he's getting his feet under him. As we get play restarted after the water break. 32nd minute of action, still 0-0 here at Victory Field at Swope Soccer Village. Multiple chances for Sporting Kansas City, too. Have not been able to beat Brian Dowd so far. As it's been a lot of the work from the back line, the two additions I've continued to mention, Diego Borges and Justin Reynolds, have made an impact for Sporting Kansas City too. Nothing is getting past them so far, and they've been able to build out of the back, which Lee Chantrit said they've been doing better of recently. They had a couple stinkers early on in the year that were some of their tougher losses that didn't reflect how the squad has played since then, and maybe them and also Colorado haven't quite gotten results, but have played some quality soccer up to this point, at least in the later stages of the season. But for Colorado, it's been the offensive struggles, and for Kansas City, it's been the defensive mishaps that have cost them dearly. As this one swung inside, Molinaro really with his first action of the ball game gets two hands on it, and it will be the first corner for Colorado. As we take another look at this one, two hands on it, curling towards the top corner. Luis Garcia ready to take the corner kick. Maybe an opportunity on a set piece to break this game open. 5 attackers on the edge of the 6-yard box on the far post. Now they come in action. Right-footed cross inside, cleared away. Diego Borges standing at 6'4". Easily deals with that cross. Played in behind into the box. Now Kansas City on the counter. Numbers forward. Donovan forward. Ball in behind. Right foot off the head and in the net. SKC2 gets on the board.
Sporting Kansas City goal scored by Tega Ikaba.
What a finish with the right foot. Ikaba just beats Dowd. His 6th goal of the season. Gets the start tonight over their leading goal scorer, Kashan Hines. And it pays off for Lee Chantrit in the 35th minute. Finally breaking the scoreless draw. Tega Ikaba. His first season with the club, he's been effective. Has primarily been used as a super sub. Just his 8th start of the season. SKC 2-1, Colorado nothing in the 36th minute. And now SKC2 looking to up their lead. Donovan on the right wing. Miles of space between him and the last defender. Plays it to the middle. Left-footed strike deflected out of play. Rinaldi again putting the body on the line. Keeping that one off frame. as Donovan played it right towards the center of the box. And Loyo Renaga with the left foot, the star-studded 15-year-old, nearly had his second goal of the season. Another SKC2 corner. In-swinging ball. Rinaldi clears it out. Half clear. Shot on that and a goal! A half volley from outside the 18. Blaine maybe. 2-0 SKC2. How about that strike? Chests it down and finds the bottom left corner. The midfielder getting in on the action. Nothing Dowd can do to stop that one. And in just consecutive minutes, SKC2 on top by 2. What a response after the water break. Colorado reeling ahead of halftime. The confidence that maybe had to take that as a midfielder from outside the box and keep his foot on top of the ball and not sky it. That's impressive stuff out of the 23-year-old. So Colorado now down 2-0 on the road. And a team that has struggled to score goals is going to need a pair at least to secure a point. Sporting in the driver's seat in this first half. They really have been for the entirety of this first half. And they finally get a couple of their chances to go. Goals from maybe Enikoba here in the first half. Sporting on top 2-0. Colorado looking for an answer as they have a throw in the final third. Strong on-ball presence by Reynolds, who is fouled. Is awarded a free kick. Compass Minerals, the official plant nutrition and salt provider of Sporting Kansas City and Sporting Club Network. '40th minute of this match. Colorado with possession. They haven't had a lot of spells of possession, at least in the last 15 or so minutes. It's been all Sporting Kansas City, who have gotten 2 goals after the water break. Donovan pressing, forcing it all the way back to Dowd. He's been incredibly active in the attacking half. Shane Donovan has created a lot of chances for SKC2. His 21st start of the season. He's been a constant for this SKC2 squad the last 3 years. Played in 37 matches over the last 2. As this one swung inside, deflected away. It's been tough sledding to get anything over the head of Diego Borges inside the box. Colorado side that's very good and accurate on their crosses just keeps running into Borges. He heads another one away. Mathuda, this one, top of the box. Kicked out. A good opportunity right there. As we see the right foot of James Cameron, the left back. Probably might have got on frame and potentially could have been their first goal of the night if not for the vital interception. Colorado wins it back, working it towards the middle. Resetting, switching fields. Ball too far for Cameron. Leaves it for Copeland, then plays it back to Cameron. And now Colorado will reset to their center back. A little bit more signs of positivity, though, for the Rapids in the last couple of minutes. Some precise passing. Weighted pass, too heavy. Forward for Chumba. Another goal kick. Is out of the touchline right near midfield, and that might be a card on Cameron for the extracurricular kick towards the SKC2 bench.
A yellow card caution has been issued to Colorado number 35, James Cameron, in the 44th minute.
Fourth yellow of the match. 2 apiece for each of these sides. And it was goals in the 35th minute and the 37th minute for Sporting Kansas City that have them up 2-0 with a couple of minutes to go before halftime. Came out of that water break that occurred right at the 28-minute mark and had a new found resolve. Multiple chances, and then it was Tega Ikoba who opened the scoring, and Blaine Maybe with the screamer from outside the box that put SKC2 up 2-0. And they're on the attack again. This one's deflected out for another corner. A lot of defending in their own box for Colorado this evening.
The fourth official has indicated
And if they want any chance to mount a comeback in the second half, they need the scoreline to be 2-0 and not 3. SKC would like to keep them out of reach with another one here in the end, near the end of the first half. Low cross, kicked out. In swinging ball, played towards the back post. Borges plays it to Donovan. Inside, edge of the 18. Another in swinging. This one towards the back post, off the post. Nearly had a third. Blaine Maybe looking for the brace in the first half. Denied by the woodwork. Here's another look. A great run. Oh, inside. Right inside the 6-yard box. Maybe nearly had his second goal. He threw his hands up after the miss, knowing he probably should have had his second. And we get an additional 4 minutes of added time before the halftime break. And Colorado hoping that time moves quickly as they are fighting for their lives in this first half. On the road in Kansas City, Sporting looked the better squad, and the scoreline reflects that. Donovan flicks it forward, and a long ball played to the box, not far enough. As we get a whistle, it looks like the referee was trying to play advantage, and after he saw that the cross was not going to be far enough to reach Rodriguez, he opted to pull it back for the foul. Shane Donovan disagreed with that opinion. He said that Rodriguez could have fought for that ball as it wasn't totally controlled by Dowd, and the ball was not still moving, so we'll have to redo that again. The 48th minute, nearing the end of the first half, and Sporting put on another one. They put on a show ever since that water break around the 25th minute, and a clear foul. SKC hoping for a yellow. It does not come on Josh Copeland. Played in behind, another opportunity on the left wing, crossed too far, played all the way back. Maybe the goal scorer. Not enough on that delivery, but ends back up in the feet of Kansas City, and maybe we'll try again, this time to the right wing. Settle not kept in play. And that will end the first half. SKC 2 leads by 2 on their home turf. 2-0 over Colorado. Coming up in our halftime show, we look back at MLS Next All-Star Game, plus the upcoming August schedule and first half highlights when we return.
A fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Welcome back. We head back to Charlotte for a close look at the MLS Next All-Star Game and Skills Challenge and a look at Chattanooga FC taking the interim tag off their head coach.
What's going on, guys? Moises Linares here in Charlotte, North Carolina for the big MLS All-Star Game. And as you can see behind me, anticipation's already building. But before we can even talk about the big game, how about we take a look at some of the best moments during MLS All-Star Week, including the MLS Next All-Star Game, which features some of MLS Next Pro's brightest stars.
Charlotte kicked off with the MLS Next All-Star Game, where we got a glimpse of the game's future stars who faced off at Mecklenburg County Sportsplex. A 7-goal thriller that saw Team East take care of business versus Team West with a 6-1 victory. Less than 20 hours after scoring for Crew 2, Columbus Crew's Jamil Danjaji hopped on a flight to Charlotte and found the back of the net again.
Towards goal and through! Jamil Danjaji makes it 2-0 in the blink of an eye.
Nashville SC and Huntsville City forward Liam Stribling also found the back of the net for the East.
Nashville, man, Stribling's got some space here. Stribling puts it through. How good is that?
And Crown Legacy's Daniel Brown would complete the scoring for Team East.
A good punch out. Philo. Oh, distance. Fizzer is through. Brown, the hometown product.
The West would pull one back, but ultimately it wasn't enough to overcome the East.
This is a celebration of all their hard work. So many of these guys not only had great individual seasons, they performed well for their team, but what we're starting to see, which is also so cool, is when we talk about pathway, is these players not only do well for their academy team, but most of them have already started to feature for Next Pro, which is that not only the next step for them in their own development, but it continues that aspiration to get to the highest level.
Obviously, it's a wonderful event. It's such a privilege to be chosen for this. It takes years and years of training and experience for any player to get caught up into this. So congratulations to everybody that's got caught into this and everybody's family to experience the welcome of being able to participate in this event.
I mean, it's a learning experience. I'm just happy to be here. I'm gonna keep going, keep training, and keep my head down and be grounded.
Before the game, we also caught up with President of MLS Next Pro, Ali Curtis, who talked about the evolution of the pathway MLS has created.
We've got a great collection of players here today. It's a great evening. It's a great event that we're fortunately able to be supported by our partner in Allstate, and we've got a great number of talented players here. So it's a great addition and a great player development moment.
Just crazy to see how far the league has come. And it's just a beautiful thing, right? Now we have 30 teams, so many more stadiums, new stadiums being built. The academy wasn't around in 2009. Now we have a full-blown academy, and to see the talent that we have here tonight is just spectacular. And so it just tells me that we're all moving in the right direction. We're continuing to move this game forward in this country with the World Cup. Everyone's excited. And now we just have to continue to help encourage and support these kids.
Here at Bank of America Stadium, MLS All-Stars lead Liga MX 3-1 after 45 minutes. A great performance in the first half. And speaking of great performances, some of MLS Next Pro's very best goalkeepers and field players took part in the skills challenge. That includes goalie wars and also the crossbar challenge.
I'm trying to get that assist in. Oh, he's cooking me alive. Those low ones killed me.
Hey, we got the...
Woo!
Tuesday morning saw the MLS Next Pro players take on actor Danny Ramirez in goalie wars. The Hollywood star even banged this golazo.
Bonus ball! You got the ball!
later, MLS Next Pro goalkeeper Will Mackey and defending champion Pedro Cruz kick things off, going head-to-head.
Okay, here we go for two. Can he score? Oh, he does! Pedro Cruz with a clutch effort.
Houston Dynamo's Pedro Cruz would emerge victorious, moving on to the semifinals, where he faced Mexican national team in Pachuca's goalie Carlos Moreno.
Carlos Moreno to win it. Can he do it? Moreno! Get up! Get up! Get up! Take it! Take it! Take it! Oh! Pedro Cruz!
Scores, he wins.
Oh, that's it. That's it. He's done it. Pedro Cruz advances.
Cruz took care of business against Moreno, advancing to the final where he squared off versus World Cup goalkeeper Maxime Crepeau.
Let's go! Come on, Pedro! Let's go! Come on! Game on! Gotta stop him! And Maxime Crepeau is the winner of the All-Star Goalie Wars!
Cruz would come up just short of defending his crown, but would win the admiration of Orlando's Crepeau, who was impressed with what he saw.
It's fun. I talked to him right away. I was like, honestly, if you kept the balls a little bit lower and on the surface, you had me, because he was so powerful that you don't have the chance to get there almost at this distance.
Estoy muy contento. El otro arquero es muy bueno, una persona muy buena. Pude conocer él poquito. Él habló que hoy está yendo bien. Una persona buena y muy bueno. Dividir la cancha con él.
Goalkeepers weren't the only ones in action. The crossbar challenge saw North Texas SC Erunis face off against former MLS Next Pro star Xavier Gozo, taking on some big names like Evander and Javier Ruiz from Club Necaxa.
Representing MLS Next Pro. We see the young superstars emerge in Major League Soccer. North Texas is a great pipeline for FC Dallas.
Let's go, Nice, you're almost there.
There it is. Oh, there it is! For MLS Next Pro. What a story this could be.
Gozo would also make it to the final, but would come up just short versus Ruiz, who would go on to win the competition. An experience that has left a positive mark on both players.
So this will be fun to have in your backyard, so I think it was just fun kick around and really enjoyed it.
3 days of MLS All-Star action culminated here at Bank of America Stadium with MLS All-Stars pulling a 4-3 win against Liga MX, a game that saw a handful of MLS Next Pro alumni make their All-Star debut, a major milestone for the league. Signing off from the Queen City, Moises Linares.
Had a meeting with Rich, and I let him know that he was going to be our choice moving forward. So
Thank you guys. First of all, thank you for your commitment to the club, your commitment to each other, and your commitment to just excellence, right? Because that's what we're aiming for, is excellence.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's something that I've been looking forward to ever since I retired. Always
conversation on him becoming the interim.
Good session. Look after yourselves. Better together.
Welcome back to Kansas City in MLS Next Pro. Sporting KC 2 up 2-0 on Colorado Rapids 2 as we take a look at the upcoming schedules in MLS Next Pro for Colorado Rapids 2. It will be Real Monarchs next week. As here's the rest of the schedule today and tonight. And Tuesday, FC Cincinnati 2, CT United. Late night on Sunday. And if you want to stay up and watch San Jose 2 versus St. Louis City 2, as we take a look at the halftime highlights from the first half. SKC 2 leads 2-0 on Colorado. It was a slow start to this one, but then Sporting got it going quickly. This ball in behind. Ikoba gets the ball slotted over the right hand of Brian Dowd, who got a deflection on it. A great ball in from Rodriguez, and Ikoba gets the first goal of the night. Then off the corner, deflects out to the midfielder. Blaine maybe chest it down, right foot half volley. What a strike from outside the 18. SKC2 on top at home, trying to close out this victory in the next 45. Big opportunity for SKC2 as we await the upcoming opening kickoff of the second half in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Yeah. Boys hear sentiment. Flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best. Can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions. Trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes. Man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
The unique energy of a Sunday night. Ideal for calm music, whispers, stargazing, reflection, and a relaxed environment. Sunday nights were made for this.
SKC2 on top 2-0 over the Colorado Rapids 2 at Victory Field at Swope Soccer Park in Kansas City. It's been a pretty comfortable first half for the home side, looking for their second victory of the win over Colorado, the Western Conference foe. And looking to take points out of all three matchups against Rapids 2, who have not been able to mount any offense against Sporting this evening. It's been tough going all season for Rapids 2.
Or visit any local Central Bank location to learn more. Fans, join me for Sporting Kansas City's next MLS home match on Wednesday, August 19th, when Sporting KC take on...
Sporting has really dominated ever since the water break in the first half, with much of the possession, and in the stat column that reflects so. 9-2 on shots in favor of Sporting, 3-0 shots on target in favor of the home side, and 7-1 on corners. It's been all gas, no brakes for SKC2, and for Colorado, it could have been worse, as SKC had a couple of chances just towards the end of the first half that could have put them up by 3. Blaine maybe almost had a brace in the first half, looking for what would have just been his second goal of the year after over 1,200 minutes on this MLS Next Pro season for the 23-year-old midfielder out of Georgetown. He has been excellent for SKC2, as has the first team additions, as expected. Diego Borges making it difficult for Colorado to put anything into the box. His 6'4" frame, the 21-year-old Brazilian, has really made his mark on this match, as we are going to get a couple of substitutions, it looks like. Waiting to see what those are. It's Mitch Ferguson in for the aforementioned Borges. So his night is done. Good opportunity after he's coming off dealing with a quad injury at the first team level. So gets his legs under him, puts up a good 45 minutes, and then the youngster Ferguson gets his opportunity to try and hold this clean sheet for Sporting Kansas City. They will start with the ball as the second half kicks off. A foul on Colorado. So Ferguson replacing Borges at that center back position, the only sub of the match up to this point. Ferguson has been a common starter in the back half of the season for Sporting. This is his 10th start of the season. As Sporting trying to pick up right where they left off. Good shielding by Colorado to keep SKC away from that ball. And Rodriguez, who had the assist on the opening ball, has been involved in a lot of the crossing action from the left wing up to this point. Him and Maybe have been controlling a lot of the field. Pretty great box-to-box play for this Sporting squad. I'm sure Lee Tashantrit, their head coach, has been happy with the 45 minutes. A team that has given up the most goals in MLS Next Pro this season hasn't given up a lot of chances so far tonight, and nothing on net, making Jacob Molinero's job a lot easier in his 13th match of the season. We had one other substitution as well. So it's both of the first team players that are out of this ball game, Justin Reynolds being the other, outside of Borges, and Daniel Russo will enter. The expected starter in the back line, if for not the two first team players being put on loan and coming down to help out the second squad and get some valuable minutes. We'll see what the response is for Colorado. Good turn there by Chuba. Overlapping run. Taken down to the corner. Deflected out for a quarter. Jamison has had a tough time getting going on that right wing. But that's a good sign to start the second half if you're a Colorado fan, as they get just their second corner of the night. And they could put one home quickly. That could change this. And no Borges to defend this corner as Chuba delivers right to the 6-yard box, headed away from the net. Wathuta decoys. Tough defense as Wathuta wins the throw. Daniel Russo in his first action of the night holds up Wathuta, looking for a bike opportunity. Chuba plays it to the middle, ball inside, on frame, just easy save made. Jacob Molinaro with his first action. Look at this, smart play from Chuba to, instead of taking the shot, play it to Alex Cunningham. Not enough mustard on that one, and put it right into the keeper's arms. But signs of life for Rapids too. In just the 5th minute of this second half, they get their first shot on net of the ballgame. And now with some possession, so maybe Eric Bouchy's halftime talk having an effect on his players, who don't want to go home empty-handed. Turned on by De La Fuente, who takes a rip. Deflected out, another corner. Johnny De La Fuente from way outside trying to do his best Blaine Maybe impression with his goal from outside the 18-yard box, facing this way in the first half. It was a better ball in the first corner. And another opportunity. Numbers inside the 6. A defender goes down right towards Molinaro and headed away. Another deflection. De La Fuente had what looked like a free header, and Molinaro goes out to talk to the referee. He thought his defender was shoved and was still getting up as we take a look at this next one. And maybe also mad about being screened there by Chumba. But Colorado not going quietly into the night. Plenty of time left in this match to get one or a couple of goals. Play towards the center of the box, headed out, settled down, and headed forward towards the 6. Another ball is bodied up by SKC as they can look to counter. If they keep possession, they do. Forward towards the half line. A half turn. Played over to the left wing. To space. But not enough of it. And as Dowd just clears it all the way away. Brought down by Jamison. But SKC comes up with it. Bad turnover by Sporting in their own half. But excellent work by Maybe to take it over. The goal scorer Maybe on the ball. 53rd minute of play. There will be another water break in this second half, much like we saw in the World Cup this summer. And it's gotten hotter and more humid, definitely around the Midwest area in Kansas City. SKC with space. Rodriguez ball over the head of Reinaga. Back out to the midfield. Played all the way back to the center backs. Mitchell Ferguson. SKC making their shape, overlapping run to the corner. Probing that defense. SKC has been happy with possession for most of this match. And now we see Colorado trying to press. As SKC draws a foul, but they were really looking for the advantages. Maybe kind of had a free path towards that 18-yard box, and numbers ahead of them. There's a couple of Rapids defenders a little over-aggressive on the press. Yeah, nobody between him and the back line. Sporting moving forward again. .55th minute of play. Still 2-0. That was our score at halftime. As SKC is forced all the way back to their keeper Molinaro. Now trying to build it out of the back. Comes open to Rodriguez. Puts on the burners. Going into the box. Inside the 6, left-footed attempt towards the middle of the 18 is deflected out for Sporting's first corner of the second half. They had 7 corners in the first half, and that Blaine Mabee goal in the 38th minute came off of a corner. He's standing outside the 18 again. This is a right-footed cross headed away. Mabee gives chase. Central Bank, the official checking account partner of Sporting Kansas City and the official jersey front partner of SKC2. All too far out of play for Naga. Colorado trying to mount a comeback after they went down by 2 into the halftime break. A little bit cagey so far, but now they start to open it up. Cameron can't handle it inside the 18-yard box. And now numbers forward for SKC. It was Rodriguez who was free on that left wing. He probably would have been onside because he had passed the half line. But instead the ball goes all the way out to Brian Dowd. So a missed opportunity for Sporting with numbers forward on the break. Colorado looking to open it up just a touch. Probably opening the defense up for potential counterattacks as they need to press for a goal. 2 goals. With just over 30 minutes left to play. This is a good opportunity. Top of the 18. Too much trickery as the Rapids turn it over. And then contact. And a foul is called. '59th minute here in Kansas City. The home side up 2-0. Just 2 substitutions so far. We'll see what Eric Bouchy has in his bag of tricks. Has not used the sub up to this point. The only substitutions were the two SKC defenders, the first team players on loan. That was Diego Borges and Justin Reynolds, who started the night in the back line. They were replaced by Mitch Ferguson and Daniel Russo, respectively. Plenty of options on the bench for Colorado as the run is cut short. And SKC trying to turn it. The goal scorer, Ikoba. Forward to Rodriguez, back to Ikoba. Can't get to it. Instead, it's deflected out of play. Shane Donovan, one-on-one with Brian Dowd, nearly made it 3-0, and Ikoba just gave up on that run at the end. Let's take another look at that one. Rodriguez, Ikoba was there, and Donovan can't sneak it under the right leg of Dowd. An impressive save on a night when he's been very busy, as now it looks like another sub is getting ready to enter. And that is Kashawn Hines. Sporting Kansas City 2's leading goal scorer comes ready to most likely replace the goal scorer Tega Ikoba. But before that, Eric Boucher uses a couple of his subs. As his wonder kid Tachumba comes out. As does Copeland, so two of the starting front three are out of the ball game.
Substitution for Sporting Kansas City in the 62nd minute. Leaving the game, number 37, Tega Ikoba.
Jabari DiCoto in for Rapids.
By number 77, Kashawn Hines.
As is Rogelio Garcia. Both mainstays in this squad. Jabari DiCoto in his 21st appearance. Usually has started but of late has come off the bench and is a valuable substitution to be used. Some fresh legs for Colorado. And Rogelio Garcia, the 18-year-old who was signed from Colorado's academy in 24, makes his 15th appearance of the season. Will the subs make an impact and potentially help Colorado try and cut the deficit? I mentioned the goal-scoring woes in the first half, but again, only 18 on the season as this one's launched outside the box. Talk about an aggressive strike for Sidney Wathuta, looking for his third goal of the year. The right foot just puts too much on it. Here in the 63rd minute. Played forward for the new attacker, Kashawn Hines, who fouls. So a free kick awarded to Colorado in their defending half, right near the half line. Colorado, top of the box. Newly entered Garcia, a touch too heavy, gives it away to SKC too. And Rodriguez just kicks it off of DeCoto. DeCoto is one of the draft picks for Colorado in the most recent MLS Super Draft. They've got a couple of those guys on this roster as he's running down the right wing. He's got the ball now, swings it in. Nobody under it, and it's booted out. Good look for Jabari DeCoto, but not on time with the rest of his attack. '65th minute. Colorado looking for an opportunity to swing in across. Work it back out to the left wing. Numbers in, and did it take a touch? Yes, it did. It will be out for a corner. Another Colorado quarter, only one in the first half, 3 in this second. And another opportunity for Rapids 2 to try and answer. In swinging ball right at Molinaro, who doesn't field it cleanly, but does end up securing the loose ball. Price Chopper, the official grocery partner of Sporting Kansas City. As Sporting Kansas City looking to bag a couple more goals here in the second half and send their fans home happy with just 6 matches remaining in the regular season. It would take everything and a miracle for SKC2 to make the playoffs. But a lot to play for in these last couple of matches. Lee Tashantrit told me this week, every time we step on the pitch, we want to represent the badge with pride and battle for every inch. They've done a great job doing that tonight. And they have imposed their style on Colorado as they look to play it wide. Rodriguez on the right foot, cutting to the inside. DeCoto deflects it away, comes back out to SKC2. Overlapping run, played, offside. And flag immediately went up. Just timed the run a little bit too quickly. Good opportunity and the right look. But Colorado disciplined enough to hold their line and pull them off. So getting ready for the water break that should be happening here shortly. Throw in by Colorado. And a foul as Cameron got the left arm up into the midsection of Zamir Loyo Renaga. I haven't talked much about Renaga tonight, but man, is he special. 15 years old, and he was the youngest player to ever appear for SKC2. He will elevate to a homegrown contract after this year, but Jabari DeCoto inside can't connect on the pass. Had a couple of options inside the box. But again, another corner. That's a good look right there. Jabari Decoto has come on and infused some life for Colorado in this second half ever since he came on as a substitute. Luis Garcia's ball is not touched, and a shove inside the 6-yard box will be a foul. Jacob Molinaro, the goalkeeper, will take the free kick and send his men way up towards the attacking part of the field. Going direct. Haven't seen a ton of that from SKC. They've built up from the back and dominated the midfield tonight. Won a lot of 50-50 balls. We haven't seen a lot of that turning over in their own third, but a chance for Colorado and a strike taken way wide. It did take a deflection on the way out. Rogelio Garcia's first opportunity on net. As Garcia goes to take another corner. In the 71st minute, Colorado starting to knock on the door. Garcia, ball in, headed away. Gilmore tries again, and then it's cleared all the way out to half. As Colorado will reset. All the way to down. St. Luke's is the official healthcare partner of Sporting Kansas City. Couple of banged up players on SKC2 are getting back into form. Got to see Diego Borges and Justin Reynolds, who have dealt with injuries at the first team side in the first half. Rodriguez beats his man but forgets the ball. Still with it. Floats it into the box. SKC trying to attack. And a foul on SKC2 in that buildup. Blaine maybe around the ball again. He has the goal that distanced SKC2 from Colorado. Just 3 minutes after Tega Ikoba's opening strike. And an errant pass nearly created a dangerous opportunity for Sporting. But Colorado has an opportunity to reset. Second half has been more even between these two sides. Colorado's probably been the more aggressive side as this one is flicked forward, but Jamison can't control it. Isael Rodriguez, long ball, cross the box, finds an attacker. Oh, great defensive play to clear up the trouble. And then a foul in the counter. Might see a card awarded, yes. A yellow card shown. A smart foul just to keep Sidney Mathuta from breaking out in stride. And that will take us to the water break as a sub will come on for SKC2. Ty Haas will come in for Trevor Burns as we take another look at this yellow card. Yeah, just a two-hand shove to the back of Mathuta. 75th minute of play at the water break here. Still 2-0 SKC2. Colorado has tried to mount a comeback. Let's go back to that first half and show you how we got here with those two goals. And here was the play. Misael Rodriguez, outside foot. Taga Ikoba sneaks it over Brian Dowd. Fantastic finish in stride. And then just 3 minutes later, off the corner kick, Colorado does a good job in the initial clear, but Blaine maybe does a better job settling that ball and finishing with the half volley. That right foot strike has SKC2 up 2-0. And that's the story of the night so far. Those two goals. 35th and 37th minute for Sporting Kansas City 2. To seal off what was a pretty dominant first half performance after the teams got their legs under them. Dominated 9-2 in the shot category. It had all three shots on target. But since then, Colorado has shown some life. They've got 2 shots on target in the second half and a couple of good chances. And so more substitutions on. We mentioned Ty Haas coming on for Trevor Burns before that water break. Chris Aquino Lofton Siegler on for the Rapids. No, Aquino is on now. Wathuta is off.
Substitutions for Colorado Rapids in the 78th minute. Leaving the game, number 87, Sebastian Siegler, and number 47.
Siegler off and Wathuta off. So more attacking moves for Colorado, trying to find a goal to cut into the 2-0 deficit. Chris Aquino is in his 16th appearance. He will enter that attacking 3, and this will be a foul in a dangerous area. So a potentially threatening set piece opportunity, maybe the best opportunity of the night for Colorado Rapids too, to try and get on the score sheet and make this somewhat of a game. Still 12 minutes and change left at Victory Field at Swope Soccer Village in Kansas City. Right-footed in-swinging ball is headed away. Aquino on it now, chased by a couple of defenders. Plays it short. Lofts it high into the air. Settled down, but can't hold on to it. Too much juice for Rogelio Garcia. It was a great ball from Aquino, and Garcia had space to take a touch, but instead it goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Prime opportunity wasted for Rapids 2. Who haven't been super clean in the final third. Probably not enough chances either. This is a giveaway. Too heavy a touch. Arguing that he was bumped into, interrupting his run, but it goes out. Referee disagrees. So Colorado will regain possession. And a foul now on SKC2. That was another thing in the first half. Colorado fouled a ton. They had 14 fouls committed in that first half. Only 3 so far in the second. The stats have shown how this match is pretty much gone. It was dominance in the first half by SKC2. And Colorado has evened it out here in the second, but still at 0 on the score line, it keeps them 2 goals behind. Chris Aquino intercepted and cleared away. Lolio Renaga had to do some fancy footwork to keep that away from the Rapids 2 players. And now Misael Rodriguez, outside foot, trying to find Hines. That was kind of how he found Tega Ikoba on that first goal. Rodriguez has really dominated this left wing for the entire match. Has created a ton of space, and now he has the ball again. 82nd minute here in Kansas City. 2-0 SKC2. Looking to secure 3 points and win their 3rd straight at home. And Lee Tashantrit's first real season as SKC2's gaffer. Jamison, right foot just barrels over Daniel Russo. Ball comes back out to Decote. Opportunity to press on. Right-footed swinger and saved! Jacob Molinaro gets 2 hands on it. Thought it was a cross, but instead it goes right at the keeper. It might have gotten out there. But this is a chance in the box. Ball still loose. Right-footed swing. And it deflects out of play for a corner. So Colorado getting active here in the second half. Take another look at that one. Deflects away. Couple bodies in front. Another corner. 84th minute. Does Colorado have something in them to try and draw closer? Draw any blood. Ball sent back in. Looking for Cameron on the header. Ferguson boots it high into the air, but not all the way out. Now it does. SKC2 on the counter. Rodriguez on the left wing. Instead plays Hines. Trying to cut back to the middle. He's bodied off. Contact in the box. No foul call. Goes to ground just too easy for the referee's liking. Long ball. Deflected high into the air. Cameron brings it down. Left-footed shot, deflected out. Edgar Heredia, first time we've called his name after coming in as a substitution in that last pair with Chris Aquino. He wins the corner, and he will take the corner. Heredia to take the corner. Looks like it'll be an outswinger with the left foot. It is. Ball down top of the box. Shot taken wide. And another corner kick. Look at this shot from the top of the box. Right foot just takes a deflection enough to keep it away. And we'll get another substitution. Loyo Reynaga comes off, and Gael Quintero, who already has a goal against Colorado this season, comes on. And he comes on to defend this corner. 86th minute, trying to keep the clean sheet intact. Headed inside the 6, and it's a goal. Is he offside? No, it's a goal. Right-footed strike. Lackadaisical defense. And Colorado gets on the board. We have ourselves a game. Grant Gilmore just pokes at it to the top right corner. Look at this. The ball bounced around for the touch too long. Right in front of Gilmore. Just shocks SKC 2. No reaction out of the defense. They had me fooled. Now we have ourselves an interesting turn of events in the 87th minute. Colorado strikes, and it is just a one-goal game. Grant Gilmore, after Johnny De La Fuente headed it forward, SKC just let it drop. And now Colorado on again. And ball hits off the referee, so we'll get a drop kick. What a shocking goal against this SKC 2 squad that's been stout defensively tonight, but that just really sums up their season. They've had some laps of defense that are mind-boggling to head coach Lee Tshantrit. And that one will be another goal he doesn't want to see looking back on the tape. As it's like players starting to cramp up in the late into the evening in Kansas City. But look at this, 2-1 SKC 2 over Colorado Rapids 2. All it takes is one now for Colorado to try and steal away at least a point from the home side. Isael Rodriguez plays it forward into the box. Numbers. Right-footed swing. Deflected out. Can Colorado clear and start the counter? Yes, they can. Jamison picks it up. He's got Jabari DiCoto right with him. He slows it up outside the 18. Plays it towards the center. Aquino looking for the strike. Left foot over the bar. Trying to do damage from distance right there. Confident strike from the sub. Can't quite keep it on frame. Another substitution coming for Rapids 2. Luis Garcia exits. Charlie Harper enters. The Australian defender. Probably more of an 8 role. Step up into the midfield.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 5 minutes of added time in these
So 5 added minutes left for Colorado to try and draw back even with SKC2, who is kind of holding on for dear life right now. The energy has been zapped out of this Sporting side. Who were in full control for the entire first half. Hines trying to weave his way through the defense, but fouls. Just a little too aggressive. Colorado got to pick up the pace. It's just 5 added minutes. Crowder in the box, and we're going to get a penalty. Another careless mistake. Daniel Russo this time didn't see Crowder coming in, or Jamison, excuse me, coming in. Just catches with the left leg. Oh my. What a turn of events. And now a penalty. And an opportunity to draw even after going down 2-0. This place is stunned. It will be Chris Aquino. 2 goals on the season. Facing off against Molinaro. In added time. Stutter steps on the run up, left foot, and he sneaks it by. Bottom left corner, we're even 2-2. A fantastic penalty. Jacob Molinaro guessed right, but can't get the right arm to the bottom left corner. And it's 2-2. We may be headed for more PKs. This is the same scoreline that these teams had when they faced off on March 15th. It was 2-2. But it wasn't a 2-0 comeback, I can tell you that. What a crazy turn of events. Rodriguez not done yet, though. Strikes it and can't get over top of it. It goes out of play. It was a solid second half performance from Colorado, but they just couldn't seem like they had the wherewithal offensively to put one in the back of the net, but this is forced in. Oh, and a save made! Molinaro on Jamison. Colorado's not done yet. SKC looks defeated on the pitch. Plays it short quickly, flipped inside, headed away, and Jamison can't put it on net. Molinaro has to deny Jamison to keep this game level. And the back line for SKC has gotten careless in this second half and has almost cost them the game. Colorado not giving up at all. They keep going to Jamison, who's done good work here on the right side. Created that penalty, and now a chance. Swung in, looking for him. Inside the 18, drawn off to Decoto. Flipped back, center, deflected, and knocked out. Oh my, this has been something. What a match. Chris Aquino put us level with the penalty that Jamison drew in the box. Oh, an important intervention from Daniel Russo, sticking out the right leg as Jamison looked to be in behind again. Does SKC have an answer? Maybe. Rodriguez plays it long. Headed down. Flicked back out. Slips, loses his footing, and now Colorado can take advantage. Played it too long, looking for Bryce Jamison. We're already at the 96-minute mark, only 5 minutes awarded at least in added time from the referee, but with the goal being scored and the penalty, you'd expect at least another 30 seconds or so for one of these teams to try and end this game in regulation. Blaine Maybe plays it out to Rodriguez on the left wing, cuts back to the middle, looking to get to his right. He's tackled. Clean tackle, and it's going to go against SKC2. I think it was because Rodriguez fell on Gilmore. As we get the final whistle in the end of regulation. Any match in MLS Next Pro, of course, goes to penalty kicks. And so both teams pick up a point, but can one of these teams pick up a second point? So the second time these two teams have ended in regulation 2-2, but wow, what a change of events. Late goals for Colorado Rapids 2 in the 87th minute and the 93rd minute. So the clubs will pick their shooters. As we get ready for a penalty shootout. The last time these two teams faced off in a penalty shootout this season, it was SKC2 that got the better of Colorado 3-0 in PKs, and it was more so at the fault of Colorado. If I'm being honest, the penalties were pretty much right down the middle. But they've got a chance to make up for that first result against SKC2. And no matter what, you would got to think Eric Bousset is going to be happy with the team, the way his team battled back in the second half. It was 2-0 in the 87th minute, and they taken advantage of a couple of bouncing balls off a corner kick, and they go off and running with Gilmore's goal, and then Jamison, in his excellent play down the right wing all night, draws the penalty on Russo, and Chris Aquino buries the second goal. That's where we are. 2 goals in the first half for SKC2, 2 goals in the second half for Colorado Rapids 2. As we get ready for penalty shootouts. We'll see if Aquino faces off again against Molinaro. Always interesting when a player shoots a PK twice in a match. How does that change the thought process for both players? Two late night in Kansas City. And Victory Field at Swope Soccer Village. As the teams line up right at the half line, be shooting on the same goal. All of the goals tonight have been scored on. SKC going this direction in the first half as the referees talk to the goalkeepers. Shane Donovan up first for Sporting KC 2. Brian Dowd in net. Gets on his line. Pats the gloves together, awaiting the whistle. Donovan shoots and scores, side netting, perfect penalty. Goes up quick, and let's Dowd hear it. I mean, there is nothing a keeper can do to save that one, and look at that, the celebration. Staring down the goalie. Some gamesmanship knowing that a couple penalties are still to be played. And it will be Chris Aquino who took that penalty in the 93rd minute that evened this game up at 2. He went bottom right corner. Molinaro guessed correctly, but couldn't get a hand on it. We'll see if Aquino elects to go the same way this time. Same run up. Goes the other way and saved! Molinaro can't do it the first time, but does it the second. Puts the paw on it and keeps it out. A little bit too center cut for Aquino. And SKC now big time in the driver's seat. One of their goal scorers tonight, Blaine Mabey, steps in. He scored the second goal, which looked like it was going to be enough to get the win until the 93rd minute. Stutters puts it the same spot as Donovan and finds the back of the net. 2 perfect penalties. Beat Brian Dowd. That's, you know what they say, a perfect penalty beats any save attempt. A good penalty, rather. Just a good penalty will get the job done. Rogelio Garcia, another substitute. In a must-make situation. Stutters. Kicks and fires. All 3 makes have been to that back right corner. About chest high. Catching the side netting again. Colorado gets on the board in the penalty shootout. Can Bryant Dowd come up big for this squad with another point on the line in Kansas City? Shorter run up. And it's a save! Dowd gets Ferguson. Center cut, catches it with the chest. And you can see the frustration from Ferguson. He knows he needs to be a little bit more precise with that one. Edgar Heredia. All the subs getting in the action for Colorado. He can even up this shootout. And he does! Had Molinaro off time with that unique run-up, kind of swooping around. Made it look easy. So we're even at 2 apiece through 3 penalties, just like the scoreline was in regulation. Kashan Hines, the leading goal scorer on the year for SKC2. Buries it, bottom left corner. Takes no time putting that one in the back of the net. Dowd guesses wrong and nothing he could do. Vincent Rinaldi, the center back. 19-year-old in a pressure-packed situation. Official makes him move the ball. Said it wasn't on the spot. Trying to get just those couple inches closer could be the difference. To get it back even. He does. Molinaro guessed correctly again. But can't get the right arm up above the high velocity shot. And so 3-3 through 4 penalties. In the last frame. And he skies it! The first penalty off target. Ty Haas opens up the door for Colorado. Way over the bar. And now it's up to Bryce Jamison to win a second point for Colorado Rapids 2. He drew the penalty in the 93rd minute. Can he end the match in the shootout? Molinaro bounces, quick penalty, top left corner. He gets it done.
Final score from
What a comeback for Colorado. Down 2-0 in the 86th minute with 2 answers. And then they do it from the spot.
Fans join us on Saturday, September 5th as Sporting KC2
What a remarkable finish.
Victory Field. Tickets are available
And as we present tonight's man of the match.
Kansas City's next MLS home match on Wednesday, August 19th, with Sporting take on St.
Plenty of options in such a high-scoring, unbelievable night of soccer in Kansas City. Colorado mounting the comeback. Here it is. The man of the match presented by Adidas. And who else? Brian Dowd coming up big in the penalty shootout. A couple of important saves in that first half. Getting the job done. They were down 2-0 in the penalty shootout. Steps up big. A recent transfer gets the job done, as does Colorado, coming back from down 2-0. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Nick Abel. Once again, our final score is 2-2, 4-3 in penalties. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSnextpro.com and OneFootball. Have a great rest of your night.